Hey guys, it's Aaron Farmer with mysugarfreejourney.com, and I'm here for another Weight Loss Wednesday. So it was a good week. I am sitting now at 281.3 pounds as of this morning. That means I've lost 18.7 pounds since the first of the year, which I'm going to be rounding up to 19 for the purposes of this video. I mean, who wants to look at decimal points? And also since last week I clocked in at 282.9, so that means in a week I've lost 1.6 pounds. So a pound and a half in a week. That's that's really good. I'm happy with that. So a couple things. Number one, I still don't feel like, I don't feel like I'm denying myself. In fact, the one change that I've had to do, and I talked to you about this last week, but I didn't actually show you the little cup, is I was sitting at my desk at night just kind of mindlessly eating nuts because, it's a sugar-free snack. And I think that was slowing down how fast I was losing weight. So I got one of these, just this tiny little cup, and I don't know, there's a 1/8 of a cup or 1/4 of a cup. So it's a quarter. So it's a quarter cup. So if you fill it up, it's a quarter cup, and I have used this to portion out my nuts, my mixed nuts here. And so at night now I just fill up a bowl and I eat that instead of just kind of eating them out of the can. And I think that more than anything has sped up how fast. I mean, a pound and a half in a week when you're, what is this, 6 weeks, 7 weeks into a dietary change. That's a lot. I mean, that's pretty crazy. I'm happy with how fast the weight is coming off. I think that's it's been amazing to watch. The other thing I want to talk about is blood pressure. So I missed 2 of these, I don't know if you remember, about 2 weeks ago because of some family issues that went on. Well, what I didn't realize at the time was I guess those family issues were a little more stressful than I realized, because I hit a huge blood pressure spike. Now, I've had blood pressure issues my whole life. I've had them controlled with medicine. But I had been able, with the medicine, been held under control. But for whatever reason, the events of those 2 weeks that I was gone really caused my blood pressure to spike, and so I was disappointed. But I was less in control of what I was eating. So I was eating a lot of. I mean, I was still trying to, eat as sugar-free as I could, but I didn't have a ton of control over what I had access to at the time. And that it was amazing to me, the effect of my diet on blood pressure as quickly as it was. I mean, I won't tell you what I I clocked in at on blood pressure, because you'd wonder how I'd survived it. But it was bad. Like it was really bad. And but it did kind of drive home to me the importance of diet on your blood pressure, and that it's not necessarily salt that affects your blood pressure as much as it is sugar. In fact, I've been reading a lot about the effects of sugar on blood pressure, and so salt does a few things that are bad for blood pressure, cause you to retain water, that kind of thing. But sugar has a much stronger effect on blood pressure. I mean, on mine for sure. I can tell you, since we've done this, my salt intake has gone up because I season my food with salt, where I wasn't really doing that before. My sugar intake has gone down to as close to zero as I can get it, and my blood pressure fell dramatically, like by 60 points. I mean, it was a pretty dramatic change, and it happened really quickly once I took the sugar out of my diet. Now, keep in mind, I'm not a doctor. Please don't take this as medical advice, and if you have blood pressure issues, please don't say, well, Aaron at My Sugar-Free Journey said, if I cut out the sugar, I can drop my blood pressure. Consult a doctor, all that stuff you have to say for legal reasons. But I can tell you from my own personal experience, the biggest positive change in my blood pressure happened when I cut sugar out of my diet, and happened like within a week. And then the one time when I wasn't in control of my diet and I started eating junkier foods, it shot up enough that I had to increase the dosage of the blood pressure medicine I was taking. And now that I'm back in control, it happened within 3 or 4 days of returning to the diet that I was used to, and my blood pressure fell back down to where it's been sitting for, for the last year or so. So I that's another positive effect of this sugar-free journey, was it's really affected my blood pressure in an amazing way. And in fact, I look forward to the day, and I think it's coming very quickly, when I can get off blood pressure medicine totally and just deal with it through diet and exercise solely. Which is important to me because both my maternal grandparents passed away due to blood pressure and heart disease issues. So this is something that that I really want to get dealt with and get under control as quickly as I can. So Weight Loss Wednesday, 281.3 pounds, just a hair under 19 pounds lost since the first of the year. And everything's going smoothly. The weight's coming off, and I'm happy. I appreciate you guys watching. Again, this is Aaron with MySugarFreeJourney.com, and we'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.